Yeah, so Richard, a question here. So this pattern has nothing to do with the high of the highest price of this pattern or the lowest price. It's just finding bars that are just flip flopping in consolidation, finding consolidation here. So Richard, if so I guess my question is, if the first bar of the pattern is an up bar, then does the breakout need to be to the upside, or does it need to be to the downside, or does it not matter at all? Just basically whatever the patterning is, just look for 2 bars in the same direction, and that identifies the breakout. Okay, so yes, the break of the pattern can be any direction. All right, cool. So let me find a few more here. There's another one. Yeah, we have a couple to work with here. All right, yeah, so let's find this consolidation pattern here, and then we'll try and detect the failure of it, I guess. Yeah. All right, there we go, some kind of name here. So let me start with a inflection solver. And all right, we're just going to do a simple bar inflection. So let's put our input, set it to price. So if we look at these, right, if we look within our square here, we can see that we're getting 3 inflection signals in a row. 3 inflection signals in a row minimum here, right? Let's see, where else? Let's see, yeah, here we go. Let's take a look at this one here. Right, so we have a couple of up bars. So there's no inflection until we get to the second bar within the pattern. So then there's an inflection, 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 and then the break of the pattern afterwards. Yeah, so we need a minimum. There's another one. Here we go. There we go. So there's another one right there. Right, so we need a minimum of 3 inflection signals here. Right. So what I'm going to do is there. So slope in direction is, that output is on by default. I'm also going to turn on the slope against direction. Right. So basically, I'm getting a long and a short, which is just saying, yeah, there's a reversal bar after reversal bar after reversal bar. And so now I'm going to use the look back node, and I need to look back the last 3 bars, and I don't need the displacement, so I'm going to turn the displacement off. Look back period of 3, and I need a minimum of 3 reversal bars in a row. Right? So there, this should identify this pattern. Yeah, actually, wow. There's a lot more of these around. There. There you go. There's another one. So down, up, so that's 4 bars. There we go. Here's another one. Up, down, up, down. And here's another one that actually lasted for like 6 bars. And then, yeah, here's a whole bunch right in this section here. There. All right. And, okay, so this is basically, this look back is, there we go. So it's coming out, this look back here is basically the pattern that's been found, right? Which is really just at least 3 inflections, 3 bar reversals in a row, right? So we have a look back period of 3, and we need a minimum of 3 of them in a row. So that's the pattern found. And then we need 2 bars in the same direction afterwards. So that, so with that, let's see here. Although if we actually look at it, if you include the pattern, there's actually going to be 3 down bars, or there'll be 3 up bars in a row here. So if you need 2 bars after the pattern, then if you include the pattern, then yeah, I don't know, maybe you are including the pattern there, Richard, so maybe it's the pattern plus a bar afterwards, or is it 2 bars after the pattern? But you know, whatever the case is, you know, we can grab a bar direction solver, and you know, we can look for that minimum number of bars here. So I'll go conservative, and actually, yeah, I am going to use the displacement here as well. So, right, so I've got the bar direction right there. So I'll just put these arrows here identifying the bar direction. And now let's take a look. Let's go back to our look back node, right, which is finding the pattern. So I can actually take this pattern signal and extend it forward, you know, however many kind of confirmation bars we need of, you know, of breaking the pattern. So in this case, I need to, let's see, 2. Yeah, if I set the displacement to 2, then I can see, right, the pattern signal falls, it lines up, right, with my arrows, which is the bar direction there. So now I can take an AND node, and I can combine those together, and then I actually have a directional signal, right? So the bar direction is providing a directional signal, whereas the look back node here that's finding the pattern is it's giving us, right, both long and short, right? We're getting both the long and short out because it's just a pattern. It's not a directional pattern, but a pattern. And then we use the bar direction to actually define a direction of the signal. Or I should say, we're using the bar direction to find the breakout direction, right? So okay, so Richard's saying it's the pattern plus 1. Okay, so let's reduce everything down here. So we'll look for number of bars. We'll reduce that down to 2. 2. Pattern found. So reduce the displacement down to 2. Okay. There. All right. So let's see. Let me look back through all these comments here and see what a failed pattern is again. Let's see. It's somewhere back in here. All right. So we have our little consolidation pattern here, and we get the breakout bar, but then it price reverses, and yeah. So to generate the kind of like the failure signal, we need to know if price reverses and and breaks below, basically breaks below the opposite high or low of the pattern. Yeah, so you do actually, Richard, need an indicator that's going to find the low of the pattern and extend that low forward in time. Much like what a breakout, opening range indicator, right? An opening range indicator, right? We'll find the range, and then it plot the ranges forward in time. So yeah, you need to take something like an opening range indicator and modify it to find your specific pattern here, and then plot, right, the high and the low ranges forward And then we could basically take your pattern, signal, and then take this signal and extend it forward for a couple of bars, and then use a comparison solver to see or actually I'd probably use a crossover solver here. So yeah, as price is coming down, as the closing price is coming down, right? It's crossing the low. It's crossing the low of your consolidation pattern here. So as price crosses that, you could get a crossover signal as price breaks below that low, and then that would be your failure signal. Yeah. So we can take this logic a little further. So just to illustrate. All right. So this is kind of like the breakout signal here. And then I'm kind of wondering if a signal extender is needed, or if I could just simply use a look back. I'll just grab a signal extender. And yeah, so just based on this one spot here, it looks like we need to you're going to need to extend your breakout signal by 3 bars, maybe 4 bars. Of course, it's going to depend on your Renko bar settings. Like how many Renko bars would it possibly require? So actually, yeah, actually probably 4, because in theory, like this tail here could have been a little longer, but even if it was longer, if this tail was too long, it actually would have generated another down bar. So yeah, so maybe actually 3 bars. 3 bars is probably the most you need here. And so we can take this and we'll take that, and then we'll take a long short modifier. And so the long short modifier, we're using that to swap the signals, right? So we took the we took this long, we took this long breakout signal and then reversed it or swapped it to a short, and then you would be looking for a short crossover. Yeah, so then you would just need you would need a crossover solver. Like that, and so you just compare the closing price crossing over your custom indicator that's going to plot the low, or the high of your breakout there. And so input B would have to be your custom indicator there, and you could put in the low price and the high price for input B, right? So there, something like that. And so that would be, that would basically be your 2 signals here. So but yeah, we can only go so far. But you're not going to get anything out of this, obviously, because we don't have your custom indicator for to input into the crossover solver, right? So something like that there. All right, so it's not too complex there. I hope this all kind of makes sense. So we're taking the breakout signals, feeding it into a signal extender, so we can get right. Remember we're looking at the signal extender right now, right? So we're taking the breakout signal here, taking the breakout signal, extending it forward, and then waiting to see is there an actual crossover occurring. And And so that if price does cross over your your range here, then you would get a signal from this AND node. So yes, all right. So Richard just wants to modify things a little bit. So yeah, so instead of actually using the literal price here, instead of trying to find the literal price, yeah, Richard wants to modify this and just count the number of bars down. So, all right, yeah. So let's disconnect this crossover solver here. I'll just throw it down the side, and we can leave it there in case somebody actually does make an indicator, maybe sometime. And we'll pull in. Let's see. Do we have a 3-bar direction? No, we only have a 2-bar direction. All right, so let's create a 3-bar direction solver here. Actually, let's connect that into the result node here. Okay. There we go. So there's, the 3-bar direction, right? So we're getting an output right there, like so. And so from the AND node, yeah. And, oh, actually, wow, look at that. Great. We got 2. I didn't even notice this, but yeah, we got 2 failed patterns in a row, so that's perfect. Yeah, perfect. So we got 2 examples of 2 failed breakouts right there. Perfect. So we know this signal is working good. So here's our little breakout, and then we get a reversal. Boom. Right. So there we go. So there's the failed breakout signal and a failed breakout signal. Cool. So next step is we need an OR node, and we can connect both of these signals together like so. There. And now we can see all the signals. Yeah, so we'll definitely get a lot. So I guess, whenever there's a consolidation pattern, we're going to get a signal in one direction or the other. So great. Yeah, there's a bunch of signals there. Okay.